States. It's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mark from the States. How are we doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you. Come sit on this big fake couch. Today, requested videos from our friends at Forces News. Love that channel. Please go support it. Link, of course, will be in the description below. Learned so much about the military and what's new and what they're doing from this channel. It's really cool. If you don't already, which I'm pretty sure most of you do, if you don't already know about this channel or watch this channel and you're interested in that sort of thing, please go and check it out. It is cool stuff. Today we're going to learn about a couple of cool things that's going on in the military here today. The first one is about this thing called Dragonfire. It is new, declassified footage of what they're saying is according to the title, footage of a 10-pound a shot laser precision weapon. So lasers are cool, right? They're cool. Who doesn't like lasers? Lasers aren't new, that's for sure. The applications, of course, have changed quite a bit over the years. Now lasers are part of a lot of the modern technology in the modern military. So I know the U.S. has been, playing with a laser and has had some success with its use. So here we are. I'm not sure who's in charge of this when it comes to your military, the Royal Navy or the Army. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. So hang out. Let's check this out. Then we'll also, from here, we'll move on to something that's in action currently. What they used to call mine sweeping, but now I believe it's just, they're detonating mines in the Gulf. They're out there hunting, mine hunting, I think is what is the word they're using now. So that's cool stuff too. They're going around, just stuff I'm interested in. Hopefully you are as well. Anyway, hang out. Let's do it. Let's check this out.
This newly released footage shows the Dragonfire laser-directed energy weapon system in action, and it could be in the hands of military personnel in 5 years' time. It destroys targets with an intense beam of light and has pinpoint accuracy. It's able to hit something the size of a £1 coin from a kilometre away.
So we've been talking about the cost of firing a laser weapon to be £10 a shot. And really all we're talking about is the cost of the energy that you need to fire the laser weapon, obviously once you've got the system in place in the first place. And that compares very favorably with missiles, which might be thousands or tens of thousands or even more per single shot.
Scientists say Dragonfire proved itself in testing in Scotland and has the potential to transform the UK's defence capability. It could be used on land or sea and would remove the reliance on high-cost ammunition.
Drones are a really good example of the kinds of targets that a laser weapon would be very effective against. And certainly in our demonstrations, drones are one of the targets that we've successfully engaged on a number of occasions at really useful ranges.
Britain isn't alone in developing this technology. Militaries around the world see the advantage, like Israel, which has Iron Beam, designed to destroy short-range objects too close for the Iron Dome system.
We don't like to compare Dragonfire too specifically with what's being done in other countries, because they have their own research programs which we're not privy to. But what I would note is that the Dragonfire technology that we've designed is UK bespoke technology, which is owned by us and can be used by us in support of generating laser weapons for our own platforms in future.
Dragonfire is now back from Scotland and will potentially be involved in further trials. Claire Sadler, Forces News.
So, yes, used by many other countries. They all have their own versions of it, apparently. Here's the thing. I'm sure there's a lot of... he may say that they don't know much about what's going on. I imagine every country has a good idea how the others are utilizing theirs and how it's maybe not the actual technology of it, but they're all, I imagine, pretty similar. I'm sure among some friends, some information might be shared. I don't know, but the fact that we're only talking 5 years, that's pretty good to get this thing active and operational. It's, from how I understand it, it shoots the beam, it heats it up, or it's not like Star Wars where we're going to see it just explode things in the sky, but definitely useful. And I mean, if it truly is only 10 pounds every time they fire this thing, I mean, yeah, missiles are hundreds of thousands to up to millions per missile. If this can actually really work, and it can work for long ranges too, from what I understand, this is cost efficiently, and drones are such a problem, especially in the shipping lanes. Man, this is a game changer when you think about it, for sure. And on the cool factor, it's off the charts. It's pretty cool. I mean, who doesn't like lasers? My goodness, pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully it passes all their tests, and hopefully it can be used. I mean, it can even be used in like anti-piracy too. Imagine those skiffs coming up on ships. I mean, you just fire this laser at those little boats. I mean, come on. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not going to take down probably another ship, obviously, not yet, but for all those pesky drones, missiles, little small craft it can affect, yeah, I think it's a safe repellent way to defend yourself and stuff like that. I mean, there's not going to be a lot of collateral, by shooting a missile or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it can be pinpoint accurate, run by a computer. I mean, yeah, I'm all for the development of these things for sure. It's just pretty cool. Okay, let's check out these Minehunters. Yes.
Mines are a quick, cheap and easy way for a nation to close off large spaces of water, shipping lanes or to damage vessels. The UK has had a mine countermeasure presence in the Gulf since 2006. But why there?
We've seen mining in the past in this region, and it's relatively easy to do in the future as well. As we know all too well at the moment, mines are being used in the Black Sea, and nations are utilising them today. They are being utilised in order to close off sea areas and deny the enemy. We need to have that ability to be able to sustain operations, to clear channels as quickly as possible in order to keep the movement of commercial and military shipping through any particular region as quickly as possible. But from the heat, dust and environmentals, it makes it a difficult environment to operate in. So if we can operate here, we can operate pretty much anywhere else in the world.
The UK Mine Countermeasures Force comes under the umbrella of Operation Kipian, the UK's commitment to promoting peace and stability around the Gulf. It typically involves 3 mine hunters based permanently in the region. As well as looking for mines, they ensure the safe flow of oil and trade. The Minehunters are led by the commander of the UK Mine Countermeasures Force, who is based on a Royal Fleet Auxiliary landing ship dock. The force also has an escort ship, with Royal Marines from 4-2 Commando on board,
Oh, wow.
maritime security specialists with board and search expertise. All of these ships, as part of OpKipian, are supported by the UK Naval Support Facility in Bahrain.
The thing about mines, they're relatively cheap to produce. They've have a long history of showing that they're effective, and so it allows these lesser nations, I should say, capable nations, to really cause a lot of havoc, I should say. You have it down here as well. I don't know if you see my mouse. I imagine there's probably some sort of issues there. Of course, this is where the current issue is with shipping coming through here with the Houthis, and this has been a problem there. So, and then they're up here as well. So, again, it's been used to for years, these mines. So, and it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these smaller nations are still using the mines from the 40s. Still effective. And so to have an actual dedicated mine hunting, I love that, better than mine sweeping, mine hunting, with the technology today to be able to search and find them and then destroy them to clear the way, huge. I would imagine my country also has something similar, maybe not. Maybe they rely on the Royal Navy to do this sort of thing. Sounds like you have the expertise in this sort of thing. So I'm, partners working together, that'd be great. Let's see here, HMS Middleton, HMS Bangor, HMS Chiddingfold, then HMS Lancaster, which is the heavy. With those have the Royal, did they say Royal Marines or Royal Commandos, somebody like that on there. Probably can do both. And then RFA Cardigan Bay. So impressive. And then they operated out of Bahrain. So, okay. Interesting.
The Gulf region is home to one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, the Strait of Hormuz. So the use of mines here could have a real impact on UK and international trade, as well as the free flow of oil and gas. The Minehunter ships hunt for mines using sonar to detect objects on the seabed and then use a remotely operated system called Seafox to dispose of them.
And from there, I've got various options to be able to neutralise or dispose of a threat should we find one, which includes my use of remotely operated vehicles with either an explosive charge in order to be able to detonate something that we find, or I can put away my team of very specialist EOD divers. The Minehunters are some of the smallest vessels within the Royal Navy. My ship's company is just 40 people, and in that I've got engineers, mine warfare experts, chefs, divers, and that team really comes together in order to deliver our capability on operations.
When visibility is poor, it's the ship's specialist divers that get called into action.
Oh, man.
The clearance diving element on board provides a highly versatile capability to the captain. We're able to not only conduct hull maintenance, sea floor observations, but also the EOD capability. We've got the Type C recompression chamber, where we're able to provide not only support to Royal Navy divers, we can also provide this to the US and other NATO allies. When you typically think of a mine, you think of a buoyant ball which is in the water column with spikes on it. A ship then will hit that, making it explode and making it actuate. Mines in a modern warfare sphere are far different than that. They detonate for very different reasons. The most common can be magnetic or going off for acoustic reasons. So therefore, that's why our CDLSE set is near on silent and has a low magnetic signature.
With modern mine warfare changing, Trials are underway here in Bahrain with autonomous systems to disrupt how mine hunting is done.
What am I most excited about when it comes to autonomous is utilising the latest technology.
This uncrewed minesweeping system is called Harrier. It's 11 metres long and is designed to detect underwater threats in the challenging weather conditions found in the Gulf. The 3-coil boats attached to it are designed to trick a mine into thinking there's a ship on the surface. The mine then detonates. It's a quicker way of neutralising a minefield. Dubbed the mine hunting mothership,
Wow, okay.
Sterling.
Couple things. I'm not sure I would want to be a mine hunting diver. That's, I mean, it's a bummer. I mean, they have all the what did you say? He had the remote, the drones, right? And of course, that's what you want to use. But if you can't see, then unfortunately, you have to call in humans, which is never fun. But those guys are unbelievable at what they do, I'm sure. So, but to be able to do this remotely is huge. So they still find those old school spiky mines that you think of when you think of, at least for me. But yeah, wow, love it.
Castle will host several of these autonomous mine hunting systems. They'll be operated by Royal Navy personnel who will analyse the data gathered from these devices. What does it mean for the future of mine hunting? Well, the Royal Navy will be able to cover larger stretches of sea whilst putting less lives at risk. Sophie Kofianis, Forces News, Bahrain.
Yeah, that's huge. It's huge that you can get the actual human out of the equation when you are dealing with stuff like this. It's good to see that there's some sort of fighting using drone technology to be able to search for these things and just keep the actual human far away. Everything is going drone, right? Which is great. It's great in a military sense, for sure. But it's just a nasty, nasty thing, these mines. And because they're just indiscriminate. They're the opposite of a smart guided weapon. They just will attack anything near. And so it's just the collateral damage. It doesn't care. And that's what I hate about these things. So I love seeing these mine hunters. It's just cool to get these things out of the water. It's just brutal. I'd like to know what you all think about this. This is a pretty interesting topic. And it's not one of the glory subjects when you talk about military and all that stuff. Now, the laser that we saw, yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's, it's sexy and it's exciting, futuristic. Now, the mine hunters, while cool on another level, isn't the hot portion of the story. They're just they do the hard work, the work that needs to be done. They have to go in first to clear the way. They're not the lasers, but yeah, it would be cool if you can use lasers on these mines. That's what I was hoping to see, that little underwater submersible having a laser on the end of it to be able to detonate the mine that way. And that would have tied the two stories together. Just amazing. Someday, I bet you they do or will have underwater lasers. If they don't already, and they're just not telling us. Pretty cool. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. I just love taking these little looks into what's happening or what's going on in the military. It just is interesting to me. I know there are many of you who find it interesting as well. Again, go support Forces News. Just really cool channel that you can just watch for hours on all kinds of things. And the videos aren't very, very long, so you could just rattle one after the other. So it's pretty cool. All right, everyone, have a great day. We will see you in the next one. All right, bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark. Yeah.